Hey everybody, this is Ron, and today we're going to be doing a list of the top 10 best free subs in Puzzles & Dragons at the moment. Now, all of these subs on this list are completely free, however they may be particularly difficult to get, so that has also been factored into where they place on the list. And keep in mind that this list is mostly based on my opinion. Your opinion may differ, and of course the different teams that you use will depend on which sub is best for you. So, starting off with number 10, we have Shootin' Doji. Shootin' Doji is pretty dang strong. He's got good overall stats, with his HP being pretty good and his attack being really good. His RCV is okay. His active is really useful too, increasing fire and dark attributes. Attack for one turn is always nice, and mostly his awokens are really good too, so that's nice. And that's the reason why he's here at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we got the Dark Izanami. Dark Izanami is good because she's got pretty good HP, okay attack, pretty low RCV, and her awokens are okay, with the 3 auto heals helping out quite a bit. Mostly her big shining point comes from her active, which is 35% damage reduction for 3 turns and on a 6-turn cooldown at lowest, meaning if you have 2 of these girls on your team, that means you have 35% damage reduction the entire time unless your skill gets voided or they get bound. Coming in at number 8 is Zeus and Hera. Zeus and Hera are pretty dang good. They are a bit difficult to get, but they have good HP, decent attack, and okay RCV. Their awokens are also pretty nice overall, and you could use them as a leader, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Overall, their big shining point comes from their active skill, which is the God Gravity skill, reducing 45% of the enemy's HP and ignoring their defense and elements. Now, this does take a very long time to come up, being 38 turns or 23 turns at the most, which is a very long wait, even with skill boosts on your team, but using it is quite effective even in later dungeons. In number 7, we got Kemfree. Kemfree is pretty good. She's got overall really good stats, and her active skill is very nice, making it so that you get 2 more combos for 1 turn and increase the time movement for 2 seconds for 1 turn. And her awokens are quite nice too. Having a skill bind resist and can be bound is quite nice for a free thing. Coming in at number 6 is the Grand Tengu. Tengu is pretty dang good. He's got good HP, he's got good attack, no RCV, but that's okay. His active skill sucks and I wouldn't recommend using it. Same with his leader skill, really isn't that good in most dungeons. But his awokens are quite nice, and he is very easy to get, which is why he's so high up on this list. He just goes really well with a lot of mid-level teams and even late-level teams that just need skill boosts. Coming in at their number 5 spot is the Valkyrie Anna. The Valkyrie Anna is just a straight upgrade from Valkyrie, which is really nice, getting just overall higher stats than the Valkyrie, and having a lot more awokens as her skill changes heart orbs to light orbs and enhances all the light orbs. And it's on a really low cooldown at 6 turns when it's maxed out, which is quite nice. She is just really strong and not very hard to get, which is why she is up here so high. Coming in at number 4, we have Scarlet. Scarlet has pretty high stats overall and quite a good active skill as well as a good leader skill and awoken skills. This is why she's up so high, mainly because you can make an entire team solely out of Scarlets and it works just fine. As well as her awokens really set her up high since they're quite good overall, and her active works pretty well. She is a bit difficult to get, but I think she is well worth getting. Coming in at our number 3 spot is Whaledor. Whaledor is kind of an oddball one here, because overall his stats don't look very impressive, and same with his awoken skills seem kind of one-dimensional, but they're actually quite good and can work quite well together, as well as his active is quite nice. His active skill is to increase the chance of water orbs falling by 15% for 4 turns, and it's on a 6-turn cooldown, so you can use it quite often. His only awoken skill is skill boost, but it's still quite nice, and it makes for a surprisingly good sub. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Zayrog Infinite. Zayrog Infinite has really high stats and a good active skill, increasing the chance of Dark Orbs falling by 15% for 3 turns and reducing other allies' skills by 1 turn. It's also only on a 7-turn cooldown at max, meaning that you can use it quite often. And if you have 2 max-skilled Zayrogs on your team, you can actually have their skill going all the time. Overall, his leader skill isn't bad either. You could use him as a decent leader, and his awoken skills are really nice. Having the multi-boost, the skill bind resist, a prong, a time extender, and 3 Dark Orb Enhance as well as 2 skill boosts is just really useful overall. And before we get to number 1, we have some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is actually 3 honorable mentions at the moment, which is the machine monsters that are currently out in the NA. Machine Gomon will be coming out sometime soon, which I imagine he'll probably be on here as well, if not on the other list when he comes out. But for now we have Machine Zeus, Machine Hera, and Machine Athena. Now all of these are quite good, having just really high stats, good awokens, and their active skills can be used, some more than others, but they do make really good subs on particular teams. The main reason why I didn't put them on the list is simply the degree of difficulty to get them. Our second honorable mention is Opharian. Opharian is really strong, but really hard to get. Coming in pieces that are very rare drops from specific dungeons, and all the dungeons are particularly high level dungeons, is the main reason why I didn't put him on here. If you were just to go off of stats, leader skill, and active skill, then he would probably beat the majority of things on this list, but when you factor in the difficulty of him, he doesn't quite make it on the list. Number 3 is Ragul. Ragul is similar to Weldor, having only one type of awoken skill, and that being 5 skill bind resists. This is why you could put him on a team, because you wouldn't need anything else with skill bind resist and you couldn't be skill bound. He makes an okay leader, and his active skill can be used every once in a while. It's just a low level gravity, which is kind of nice. But I just didn't put him on here because I thought Weldor was a little bit better than him. Our fourth honorable mention will be Cosmo Crusader Another. Now, Cosmo Crusader Another is pretty much on this list for the same reason that the higher machines are, being Machine Zeus, Machine Athena, all of them. It's because he is very hard to get, since he is a rare drop from Cosmo Crusader's dungeon or from other dungeons that you could get him from. But he is very strong, and he makes for a pretty strong rainbow lead. So Cosmo Crusader Another is a very strong sub, but he can also be used quite effectively as a lead. His active skill is nice, and his awokens are quite good too. That's why he is on here, but the reason why I didn't make the list is simply his degree of difficulty to get. And then the last honorable mention we have on here is Star Justice. Star Justice is pretty good overall, having a good active skill, good awokens, and could be used as a decent leader as well. The main reason he didn't make it on here is, again, somewhat to do with his difficulty, but he didn't seem quite as good as a sub as some of the others too. Without further delay, we're going to get on to our number 1 best free sub in Puzzles & Dragons. In my opinion, number 1 goes to Zeus Dios. Zeus Dios is just so dang strong. He's got a great active skill, his awokens are really good, he's just overall really good, and he's, best of all, pretty easy to get. Most mid-level and high-level players can get him without any real trouble. Even low-level players could get him with, say, a friend's help. Overall, I picked Zeus Dios because he is very strong overall. He's got a very strong active. His awokens are really good, and best of all, he is not that hard to get, which is what put him at the top of this list. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this list. Tell me if there was another sub that you would have put in here. If anybody is wondering why I didn't put things like the Monster Point Dragons or Dark Athena or any event things that were going on that you could pay monster points for, I felt like that didn't quite meet the category of free. So even though a lot of those things are really good, they just didn't feel right to put on this list. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have been having a good day, keep on having a good day. If you guys have been having a bad day, I hope this video made your day just a little bit better. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay cool, and bye.